There are shows in this world that we will never fully understand, except Ghost Adventures. We have watched every episode to build our obsession, our fandom.
Watching alongside each other because no one we know really gives a damn. Watching Zach and crew catch groundbreaking proof of the paranormal, inspiring us to explore our own interest in otherworldly phenomena. This is our podcast. We are Paranormal Putas.
What's happening right now, bro?
Bro, I had a big yawn.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I was like shaking.
I look over, and if any of y'all watch our YouTubes, you'll see all this unfold. I had no idea what Bethany was doing. Hey, everybody. It's me, Leah.
And it's me, Bethany.
And she's over there just yawning.
I had coffee, too. I drank like a whole thing of your coffee.
Maybe that's a sign of how this episode of Ghost Adventures was.
It's a sleeper! It's a sleeper!
It's a snoozy doozy, that's for sure. So, hey everybody, we're the Paranormal Putas, and we are here to review Ghost Adventures Season 5, Episode 6, Hales Bar Marina Dam, which aired on 4/29/2011. Hales Bar, baby. It's that damn.
It's that damn in Hales Bar. Anyways,
Tell us about it.
So Hales Bar Dam was a hydroelectric dam once located on the Tennessee River in Marion County, Tennessee. The Chattanooga and Tennessee River Power Company began building the dam in October of 1905. And Zach talks about how, you know, it was finished in 1913. So he really just talks about it being a dam in, 1913. And it was one of the first multi-purpose dams and one of the first major dams to be built across a navigable channel in the U.S.
Right
on. So this dam kind of like, I don't know, had a lot of problems. There were like leaks and shit everywhere, and they were constantly trying to fuck it up, fix it up. They spent 2 decades trying to fix leakage problems that had plagued Hales Bar since its construction. And Hales Bar Dam ceased operation on December 14th of 1967. But about 6 miles down the road is a new Hales Bar Marina Hotel and Resort.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
You can go spend your days on the beautiful haunted river.
Yeah. They have like fucking floating cabins and RV hookup, and it's like this fancy resort now, and you can go fishing on, the marina.
Those floating cabins on top of the water where there are the graves of young children.
Exactly.
Who died of like influenza. So have fun swimming on those graves, everybody. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese.
During pre-investigation, when we're learning about the history and background of this place, like Leah mentioned, one of the guys talking to Zach is saying that, before the dam was built, it was a graveyard for children's who died of influenza. And then they just fucking flooded the place and built this dam.
Yeah.
This damn dam.
This damn dam. It's fucking wild. And then even before that, going back to the 1700s when Europeans came over and just kind of like took the land, when they do what they did and they continue to do, they took the land, which was Cherokee territory at the time, and it is said that Chief Dragging Canoe actually cursed the land. He said, I'm going to leave it bloody and I'm going to curse it, and nothing good will ever happen on this land, because once the Europeans came over, they were like, shit.
Yeah, he was like, fuck all y'all.
Yeah, fuck all y'all. We're going to curse this. And, rightfully so. And then we have those chains of events that we just kind of ran backwards for you guys. So we have sickness, we have like plague, practically buried children, and then this dam that just is horribly constructed to the point where like it's
always leaking,
constantly leaking. Like day one, they have like a severe leak of the dam, and it's just like, so everyone's like, it's the curse of the dam, or it's the curse of the Cherokee curse. So everyone is blaming the Native American spirits for cursing the land.
Of course. Blame it on someone else.
And if they are, I mean, again, rightfully so, because it was theirs first.
Yeah, for real.
So, yeah. What else do we have in the history? Oh, the whirlpools.
Oh yeah,
of the river was something that was really cool. That was mentioned on the show. Zach and crew spend a lot of time hanging out with Buddy, who is the maintenance guy of the Hales Marina Dam, and he tells them about the whirlpools that take place or that are in the river. And it's said that they were used for spiritual reasons with the Cherokee people, and that they would see ancestors in the whirlpools and like spirits. So Zach's like, oh, were they seeing the spirits in the future of the children who were in the river? So like Zach's like, it's crazy when you connect those dots. And I was like, no, dude, like I wouldn't. That's not a dot.
That's a stretch. Yeah. That's a stretch.
It was a stretch on Zaddy's part for sure. But a lot of energy around this body of water. So whirlpools.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else.
I mean, honestly, in the middle of this pre-investigation, they're talking to Buddy, who was deployed out to Iraq, and talked about his return and how it was like spiritual for him, and he was like drawn to this land or whatever. And honestly, I dazed out. I don't really know the whole story. I was just not captivated by it. So I kind of dazed out.
I can't say anything because I dazed out as well. I looked over at Bethany and I was like, I didn't hear that story. And she was like, yeah, me neither. I dazed out. I was like, damn it.
And we were both looking at the TV. Like we were both there. And we was looking and we was listening, but nothing stuck. I don't know. It was a sleepy episode.
It was.
And there was so much bullshit happening before lockdown. And my theory on this, if the first chunk of the show is so long, it means they didn't capture a lot, and there was just so much. Like, we spent time listening to this guy's whole fucking life story. They talk about all the different lore and stuff around the building.
Yeah.
And then a fucking tornado hits. And of course, Zach is like, it's the curse. And, talking about how they were about to go to this cave. And then the tornado hit, so they couldn't go, and they like narrowly escaped death's clutches. And then they had to go seek refuge in underground tunnels. Ooh. But it was a whole freaking segment about this tornado. And the fucking news came. Then they were on the news.
They were on the local news.
They were on WRC-TV. And they did a whole interview on the news. And they even showed the interview. So we got to see them like film it. And then the actual interview from the fucking news station. So it was just a lot.
It was a lot. The only other real kind of story or tragedy that comes from the water that we kind of missed here in our notes was there was a tugboat accident. Two tugboats collided into each other, and pretty much everyone died. Everyone's dead from that incident, including the rescuers that were sent out to help the individuals on the tugboats. So blaming the waters, blaming the whirlpools, blaming Chief Dragon Canoe, and which I first heard as what did I say?
Kalamazoo. We had to rewind it. She was like, what? Not right.
That can't be right, man. Totally
Yeah, she was like, that's not
That's
right.
not right. I'm not going to make note of that. But so I think that's it really for the history and like pre-investigation. Like Bethany said, it was a lot of bits and a lot of, nature and tornadoes and Zach chalking it up to the chief because he didn't want them going to his private caves.
Yeah.
Because that's where they were headed.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they
The
did
chief's
not
caves.
go there. Yeah. So Zach blames the chief and then we get into our lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but before lockdown, we had a great educational segment from Zach who tells us not to jump over puddles of water or walk underneath electrical lines in the midst of a tornado warning, and then proceeds to do those things and falls flat on his ass.
It's pretty funny too because Nick's like, and don't forget rule number 3. Like, what's the point of rule number 1 and 2? Because Zach's like, rule number 1, don't do this. And,
Yeah, and then he goes and does both.
he goes and does them. Zach just being Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm just looking for adventure. I mean, that was pretty entertaining, I do have to say.
It was. But
that's it.
That's it. Let's do this.
Honorable haunts and
Skimpy scares.
All right, everybody.
It's time.
It is time for the honorables and the skimpies. You know how we do. We're starting with the skimpies. Save the honorables for last because they juicy. One of the first skimpies.
You had more like skimpy honorables.
Yeah. So I think you got more.
Yeah, I have like 3 skimpies that I caught. One was an EVP that Billy kind of like stops. Another sign of a lacking episode is when they review evidence the way that they did in this episode. So Billy walkie-talkies Zach in the middle of the investigation, and he's like, bro, I got some EVPs. And one of those EVPs is what they think might be like a native chant because it's just like indistinct voices, but I can't really hear it. And the crazy thing to me is that when they replayed it, they did it through the walkie-talkie portion. Like, it was Zach listening to the walkie-talkie. It wasn't us going back and listening to the nice, clean, sharp EVP. That Billy got. But Aaron kind of like tries to mimic it, and he says it's like sounds like a chant, and he says it sounds like a buh. And you just don't get that though in the episode. You lying. No, I'm kidding.
That's good. What other skimpies you got?
I have one where Aaron is talking about like that he saw something. Like, all 3 guys are together, they're roaming around the facility, and he thinks that he sees like one of the other guys. Like, he thinks it's Nick, and because Zach is in front of him or like whatever. He's just saying that he thought he saw one of the guys, but it wasn't one of the guys because all the guys were accounted for. But we don't get to see that as a viewer. And then, Zach kind of like runs off and tries to find something, and nothing was found. But that's all. It was just Aaron said thought he saw someone like a shadow, but we didn't capture that. We didn't get to see it as the audience. So it's kind of skimps.
Oh, yeah. And I think you have one more.
Yeah, my last one is another EVP, and it was like one of the last EVPs that they talk about. And supposedly it says, tell you something. Like, and even in the episode, like, you know how they type out the words so you can kind of like hear it and read it at the same time? They typed out tell you so you can try to hear the tell you, but then it was like blank.
Yeah.
So they don't even know what that last chunk said, but I couldn't even hear the tell you, and I was like closing my eyes trying real hard to hear it, and I couldn't hear it.
It's true, and I almost started writing that one as an honorable because you can hear the tell you, but yeah, because you can't make out the rest of it, it's like that's kind of skimpy. And you have what's this one? SWS. What's that?
Oh, I don't know what SWS is. It's just a typo, bro.
Oh, okay. I was like, skimpy with a side of what?
Skimp. Skimpy with a side of skimpy. With a side of slaw. So this one, Zach again, he feels an energy run through his body. Oh, that's right. After Aaron talks about like, oh, I saw something, Zach says that he feels an energy like go through his body, and that's when he like kind of runs off and is like, is anybody here?
So since that knocks out the Skimpies, I have a couple of Skimpy honorables. So one, again, Aaron's alone, kind of off on what is that thing called? Where is Aaron?
Oh, it's like above the whirlpool. It's like a command center, like in front of, there's the whirlpool, which is actually inside the dam. Like they had, like,
They built the dam around it.
Yeah. And then you go up these stairs and there's like this dock area or like this command center where like you can oversee the room.
Yeah. So that's where Aaron is, and he's all alone. And he's up there, and I think he asked like one question, and then, oh my God, bro, oh my God. Because he gets tugged at, or he claims that he gets tugged at twice, like tug. And he's like, on that second tug, I felt something come through me. But of course, we don't really, I mean, that's just him feeling something, right?
Yeah.
And like we've said before, we believe it, but as a viewer of a show, you don't, it's not really tangible for us. So,
rub a tug it off the episode.
And the next Skimpy honorable is the guys pick up an unexplained crash noise while they're like first going into the location. And I'm like, okay, yes, the crash is unexplainable, but it's also like an old building, like this place is falling apart, it's like decrepit. They like, as they're walking in, they're like, oh, you can smell the asbestos, and oh, it's just like, and they're asking like how just fucked up this building is, and the guy's like, yeah, it's super fucked up. So hearing a loud crash noise, scary for sure. In the dark alone in this place, I would be freaked out, but can we say it's paranormal? I don't know.
Who knows?
So Skimpy honorable for sure. And I did have it noted that Billy Tully's in the house. Bethany already mentioned. And it was kind of funny because there's a moment where Zach makes Aaron run down his EVP recorder to Billy to start analyzing. And that's where they pick up the native drum that Bethany mentioned and things like that. But Billy comes up to the gate, and he's like, you guys having fun in there? Like he looks all geeked out about it, like, oh, have a good night, good luck. And I just thought that was funny because he's not investigating, right? He's just hanging out in at the command center listening to EVP. So I thought it was really funny to see him kind of like
kind of excited, like wanting to get in there to investigate, but he's just EVP tech right now.
Right. He hasn't earned his stripes. So and I think that's it for any type of Skimpies.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so it's time for the juicy juicies and the honorables. I think the first one noted is one that I wrote down was Nick and Zach are away from Aaron while he's in this command center that Bethany described for you all so lovingly, lovely, so lovely. So I don't know.
That was a weird one.
That was weird. It was weird. I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't know either. I think this episode just really fucked like with us. It brought the energy down. It's sleepy. We don't even know what we're doing anymore.
I don't know what's happening. So if you're listening and you're like, man, they seem off, blame Zach in this episode.
Yeah, this episode was fucking off.
It was off. Any hoots, Nick and Zach are not by Aaron. And they pick up on footsteps pretty much at the same moment that Aaron has that tug instance. So Aaron gets tugged, he freaks out, and then Nick picks up footsteps coming from behind him, and he's like, whoa, man, I heard someone coming up behind us. And Zach's like, yeah, I heard that too. So that was pretty cool. And the audio is captured, so.
Yeah. One of, honestly, I think it's kind of like the best piece of evidence that they got was really early on. And it was while Aaron was up in that little command center and Zach was filming with a thermal cam, and you can see like this shadow figure walk like by Aaron, and it looks short. It just kind of like bobs right across, from him. And it was really cool. I enjoyed that one a lot. Like, I think that was like the coolest piece that they got this whole episode.
Oh, yeah. And they even said like it kind of, because they showed the video footage to Buddy, the maintenance guy. And he's like, oh, it looks weird because it's kind of like hunched over and it like scurries across the screen, and it's tall, and it's it's too tall to be an animal, but not like
Not as tall as
not
Aaron.
as tall as Aaron, yeah. So it's a weird figure that goes by. So that one was really good. The guys are also, or the next one noted here is EVP, and I think the rest of the honorables at this point are EVPs. Like Bethany mentioned, that shadow figure is probably the most solid honorable piece that we got in this episode. But the EVP that they captured, Aaron captures it, Billy's reviewing it, and this is at the same time of the drum circle, and they pick up on "you're fucked."
Yeah, the chanting EVP that they thought that they captured or whatever that was we put under Skimpy, but yeah, this one was actually good though.
Was honorable, yeah, and it was an EVP, crystal clear, saying "you're fucked."
Yeah. That was a fun one to watch the guys react to, though. They're like, why would you say that? You coming at me, bro? I don't think I did this one. I think this one's you.
Oh, okay. So then the next one is another EVP where the guys pick up, "I'm gonna shoot you all.
Ooh.
I'm gonna shoot you all."
See, I don't even remember that happening.
And it's like, what? That's wild. It was good.
I liked this one. This one was fun. Again, like I put it under honorable because the mel meter goes off. So it's all like beep beep, you know, detecting energies and shit. But it is after Zach claims to feel something. So like if it was just Zach feeling the energy, it'd have gone under Skimpy's. But the mel meter popped off, so I put it under honorable.
The next honorable we have is another EVP that says, "Let me come over.
Let me come over.
Let me come over. Hey, let me in."
Ew. Spoopy.
It was good.
Yeah. Oh, I really liked this next EVP. I think it was the last one that I noted. Aaron's down in like, is it the tunnels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can hear like water dripping and shit. It's all echoey and creepy down there. And they capture female and children voices. And you can't really hear what they're saying, but it's really very distinct, like children and women kind of like mumbling around, like talking or something. And it's kind of even like upbeat in a way. But anyways, that was just fucking cool.
That is cool. And that's one that I don't remember. I was like, wait a minute, children.
Yeah.
That's really cool because then early on in the investigation, right, we talked about the children and Zach was like, that's weird to hear children's stories at this like industrial building. But once he found out that children's graves were, you know, there.
Flooded on
Thank you.
site.
Yes. Then he was like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So.
Why there would be children. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So the next honorable and the last honorable is another EVP that says, and Zach's asking like, you know, tell me who you are. Who are you? And the response that they get is, come on. Okay. I'll tell you who I am, buddy.
Come on.
Okay. So that was good. And that was the last honorable.
That was it, bro. That was it.
Let's move it along. Zach's fashion for us! I love it because there's 0 notes in this category at the moment. And I think it's just because, like the episode, Zaddy's fashions were just kind of flatlined. Like he was solid black, head to toe. Like I can remember what he wore. He did have on the satin jacket that we really liked. The
satin jacket was so good.
It was back. It was back. It was fitted. His hair was looking good. Like,
yeah, his hair was shorter. He looked like he got a haircut.
Yeah.
But there was still a shit ton of product in it.
Yes.
Like it was real shiny and it looked like really hard and sharp.
Even after the tornado.
Yeah, serious. Dude, that shit really did withstand the tornado.
No, but there was really nothing major that stood out. Like, he's just doing what he does. He looked pretty decent. Even the other guys, nothing crazy on them.
Yeah, nothing super flashy, no super huge belt buckles.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
there was an interesting ring he was wearing on his index finger that looked kind of like, devilish or something, but but that was about it. It's kind of like just this chunky piece of manly jewelry.
Which he rocks. Like, I want a version of his cross ring on this finger so I could just like point at people with the cross ring. But anywho, yeah, really nothing in the fashion. So let's keep it on rolling.
Yeah. Zany Zaddy says,
What? Holy shit.
Oh yeah, baby.
okay, everybody knows this is my favorite fucking segment.
Yes.
And even here, we only had like 2 fucking things. Like, okay, Zach did make a lot of really shitty damn puns.
Yes.
But we didn't write them all down. There was just so many and they were so bad. They just weren't worth the time.
Yeah.
But I did write one. So pre-investigation, Zach and the crew meet up with another paranormal team, like investigation team from the area. And he's talking to them and he asks,
How many of you have been attacked in this damn dam?
By a show of hands.
Yeah.
How many of you? And then like he asks another question, but every time he asks it, it's about this damn.
Damn.
He goes, can you believe
Damn.
all the damn things that are happening here?
this damn place.
Damn place. Jesus. And the second and last one that we have, Zach is on a boat, and this is actually when he finds out about the graves being flooded, and he looks out into the water and he looks back at the guy he's interviewing and he's like, wow, this is one fucked up place.
So dumb.
So true though, right? Like, it is super fucked up.
It is fucked
it's
up.
a damned place.
It's
for
a
sure.
damn place.
But that's it for the Zaddy Says, man. That's it for the
Except for the episode.
That's it for the
That's
episode.
it. And I, like, even talking about it makes me sleepy.
And we said no naps today.
I know, and we're not gonna take a nap.
Oh, baby.
We got things to do.
Like, rate this episode.
Yeah, what are you giving it?
Oh God, like a 2.
Me too.
Like a 2.
I already settled mid-episode. I was like, this is a 2-claw, baby. This is 2. I almost did 1 claw, but you know what? They got evidence.
They did.
They made me chuckle.
Yeah.
It's a 2 claws.
It's a 2 claws. There you go. Chuckles and shadow figures will get you 2 claws. Yeah. And that's it.
And that's it.
So yeah, I guess let's cleanse it.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Give me the power, I beg of you. Hare to a Dumbledore. Give me the power, I beg of you. L'envoi, monsieur de Boischelliot. Ce soir, Etienne, un point de mort. Hare to a Dumbledore. Wake!
Take a big, deep breath in. Release that suck out. You're cleansed. Man. You're lighter.
Thank you.
You're ready to go out to the world.
Take a nap.
I was going to say, and hopefully not take a nap. Hopefully let's not fall asleep.
It's like a gloomy day. It's the perfect twilight day. Like,
Yeah.
it's just dark. It's cold.
That's
all I need right now. God dang it. All right, everybody. It's time for us to get on out of here.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, even in the sleepy episode. As per usual. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Leah.
And we're signing off with 2 besitos.
From these potitos.